Richard, your side continue their unbeaten form so far this season, so what's your assessment of this afternoon's victory against Southampton?
Really pleasing. I think the performance is the thing that we're looking at the most today, and again, the things that we're working on in training are coming out, and I think, there's obviously good spirit with a good strong win, but the most important thing I think from the coach's perspective is things that we've been working on in training coming out, and that's just really encouraging and positive.
I know you drill your sides on starting quickly in games, and you were 2-0 up very quickly inside the first 15 minutes. And one player that was really instrumental in probably the making of both of those goals was Annie Coulston. She does hold up the ball so well in that final third. Yeah,
she's had an awful lot of block shots today. So even though she's got a couple of goals, she's quite frustrated at the end of the game. But yeah, she looks sharp to me. Some of her turns at the moment are ridiculous. But like you say, holding the ball up, being unselfish as well at times, setting other people up. Just her all-round play. She's looking really good. I think on another day she maybe would have got another. Good performance from her.
I know you don't like talking too much about individual performances, but we're talking about a really young player when we talk about Poppy Dearlove, a player that you brought into a club that you said today was a real talent for her age, but I think she's really shown how impressive she is today out on the county ground.
Yeah, I think, as I've alluded to before, it's the temperament of Poppy that's so impressive. My demand of her sort of today before the game was, we can really trust her. Her temperament's really good. She makes good decisions, but we wanted to see her, impacting, and so for her to get such a quality finish off from something we've been working on, first time finishing, it's just really pleasing.
She was on the score sheet today. She got an assist. She also hit the crossbar, but she's very impressive down that left side, as you mentioned. But also on the right-hand side, Gypsy, who got Player of the Match awarded by Clen and Anthony this afternoon. I just want to touch on how important that wing-backs are in your system, and both full-backs getting so much joy today.
Yeah, it's a really challenging role, wing-back. It's physically really demanding. But then also, we expect quality from those wide areas. I think, if ever a position was made for a player, Gypsy at wing backs it really, because she's incredibly quick. She's very direct, and she's prepared to do the hard yards as well, and get back. So yeah, she's on good form, working really hard, and really pleased with her.
2 changes this afternoon for your side from your last league game against Bridgwater. Returning from injury, you managed to get Libby Davis back up front for your side, but you also handed a first league start to Caitlin Ward. So what was your thoughts behind those changes?
Sahara's been a bit unwell this week, and Caitlin, frankly, has been just excellent. She's been really, really good, great attitude, really looking to learn. She takes feedback really, really well. She's got, if you speak to her, she's got a good understanding of where she should be working on, and that's excellent. And so for her to get her opportunity, I thought she was really good today. Really good, strong in the air. She's a real talent, is Caitlin. So yeah, really pleased for her to get her opportunity to get a start at the county ground and have that experience. We've got a strong squad, and we need to make sure, at any moment, anybody can be called upon, and that they're feeling confident and capable of playing here. And yeah, I'm pleased she seemed to really enjoy the game, played well.
And how important is that for you? You talk about how many games there are among the season, having competition for places, but not just having competition for places, having players that can come in at any given time and put on a great performance like Caitlin did.
Yeah, it's massive, and it's why sort of the togetherness in the group is really, really important, because obviously it's really difficult if you're not starting as a player, particularly at this level. But all the time, the team are supporting each other as they are. They must and they do recognise that it's important that we're a squad, and like I say, at any moment, last week we had injury with Lanes and Libby. Yeah, we've got quality to bring in, so that strength in depth is huge for us this year, and I'm really pleased with how the squad are responding to that situation. Just really, it's really positive for us that the environment's so good, that everybody's supporting each other, and everybody, I think, understands that it's a squad season this year.
4 goals between Libby Davis and Annie Coulston this afternoon. 2 forwards that are in fine form at the moment. But not only are you relying on Annie for goals this season, there is plenty of input from other areas as well.
Yeah, it's good. It's always good to share the goals around, isn't it, within a team? I think it's a positive thing because Annie has a lot of pressure to score the goals. Libby's been great since she's come in, and she's talking to me the other day about being more clinical, and I was like, well, the great thing with Libby is she's got a goal scorer's mindset. Like she's not gonna, and nobody, even the best finishers, don't finish everything, but she's just ready for the next one, looking for the next one, and that's it's quite hard to kind of coach that or bring that out of a player. It's something that she's naturally got. So yeah, we're really pleased. I think it helps Annie, having somebody else that's scoring goals, and as you've seen today, Annie doesn't make Annie any less hungry to do that either.
Talking about goals from other areas of the pitch and input from other players, long-awaited goal for Jess Graham. We were joking off camera. The girls really delighted to see her grab her goal today.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the goals come a bit late in the game when the scoreline, is quite high, and we want to be respectful. We're not sort of over-celebrating. It's been something that's been in the camp from last year, with Jess coming so close to scoring so often. She is one of those players within the group that's really, really well thought of, and I think you can see that from the celebration from staff, and from players. Are just pleased for her to get that off her back. And I think she'll score a few more goals now that that's no longer a thing.
And those three as a midfield really seem to be working really well. Speaking to Jess off camera after the game about the relationships that she's building with Taylor McDonald and Holly Beck-Essen, and how fluid and dynamic they are as a trio.
Yes, it's important if you're going to be fluid like that everybody recognises their roles, because we don't want to be in a situation whereby we're overcommitted. They're all really tenacious, and we're just really pleased with them. Some of Jess's tackles today, they led to goals. And it's important. Other thing really pleased me today, we lost the ball right near the end on a hot day, and the sort of transition response for everybody to get back. We've got 5 players back around the ball, working hard. Good signs in that.
Talk so much about playing at the Nigel Eady County Ground. Nearly 600 fans here in attendance, but 2 really important people in the stands this afternoon. Clen and Anthony Hall watching the women's game this afternoon, after watching the first half of the development of Foundation Park as well. You just get such fantastic support from those guys in women's football as well. Yeah,
massive. And the first thing Clem really said to me after congratulating us is, what can we do to help you? And you can't argue with that, can you? Can't argue with it at all. So from my perspective, they've been brilliant. Anthony's always been really, really, positive and helpful. And so we're lucky that Clem gets it. He understands what the potential is for for a strong women's setup here. So we're lucky.
And just a word on the support today, nearly 600 fans in attendance. They must have really enjoyed that performance.
Yeah, it had a really good vibe today. The sun started to come out, didn't it? And you could hear the buzz in the crowd, and the environment and the atmosphere is just it's really nice, really warm. You see all the girls doing the signatures and everything at the end. It's just a great day out, and like I say, I encourage the girls to really enjoy it today. And I think they've definitely done that.
Obviously, there's still 2 more opportunities this month to see your side in action. Next Sunday, you look ahead to the Maidenhead contest now, which is a game that has swapped, so you change your attention to Maidenhead now. And then obviously you'll face Abingdon later this month. So plenty more opportunities for fans to come and watch your side.
Yeah, well, we really encourage people to come. I think it's a great day out, and we really, really appreciate the support as a club. Grateful to Maidenhead, who swapped their fixture because opponents previously, Portishead, had got a cup decider game, and obviously this was a slot for us at the county ground, so they've filled that. So appreciate that. But I'd love to see more fans come and support the girls. It's really positive and appreciated.
And just lastly, obviously, your side continue their unbeaten run to the start of the league campaign, but the development side, Kiana Della's side, started their reserve league campaign today, and they started in spectacular fashion with a 3-0 win. And there's plenty of exciting players within that development side that I'm sure you'll keep an eye on through their development. Yeah,
same as last year. We'll look to integrate as much as possible with the development players that are showing promise and working hard. We still have a number of development players that train with us in the first team regularly, and we've invited a couple more of them recently to one of our sessions, and that will continue. Nathan and I will continue to be interested and keeping an eye on them, and it's important that they recognise and know that we're watching and we're noticing. and yeah, long may it continue. Keith's doing a really good job. And yeah, it's nice that there's that real close connection between staff and that the players feel that they can come into our environment and feel comfortable as well. Yeah, it's important.